Welcome to another episode of the AfterBuzz with Brandon Coates.
That's me. Let me just get everything situated here. How come mine's not popping up?
Maybe you broke it.
There we go. Oh, so can I honestly just tell you that I'm just ridiculously tired because I've been sleeping like shit?
Join the club!
I honestly can't for a while now, and originally I thought it was just because of the breakup I was going through, but it's still like, and there's nothing really causing it. It's just I try to go to bed. Like at this point, I'm trying to go to bed almost at 5, just so that I, throughout the night, can compile a decent night's sleep together.
Damn.
So it's a pretty regular thing now. If I'm in bed, if I try to go to sleep at 7, I'll wake up at usually around 10, midnight, 1, and 2 throughout the night. So
like a baby with a feeding.
Oh God, it's a pain in the ass. So I do have some topics that we can discuss today. The first one being contest giveaways on the YouTube chat. I don't know if you guys saw it today, but throughout the show, there's a title card that Scott created that kind of gives you the rundown of the rules. And I kind of wanted to give you an explanation on, why we have those rules. One of the first parts was, if I say enter your name, just enter your name. The thing that you guys got to remember is that when we're doing the show, I'm not just focused on the chat. We're doing a show. And then even during commercial breaks, I'm doing other work. So I'm not actively seeing everything that scrolls by. So if I need to go back to it, I'm just looking for names. I'm looking for 2 words. Like that's it. So if you add a bunch of exclamation points after your name, or if you're like, me for tickets, I skip right over that. You're basically screwing yourself over because your name's not going to get put in at this point because I don't have time to search through the chat for all of the names. Like this is something I'm doing extra for the chat at this point that actually kind of pisses Buzz off a little bit. Because
don't fuck it up for everybody.
Because he doesn't quite understand what, like, I don't know. But anyway, so that's why. So if I say put in your name, just fucking put in your name. This is not difficult. I'm not understanding why nobody's quite understood this yet. But yes. And then what was the second rule? There's 3. It was enter your name.
Only once in 30 days.
Only once in 30 days unless I say otherwise. And I'm going to get to that here in a second. But that's a station rule. It's the 30-day rule unless I put it into the chat otherwise. And then the third one was if you do win, you have to email me. There was a couple of people that won last week. They never emailed me. You have to email me by the end of the show because I take that information, I go to the front desk with whatever tickets I have or whatever we're giving away, and we put that on the winner sheet. If you just have a random screen name on here, and you win, we don't know who the fuck you are when you show up if you want your prize. So anyway, so that's the kind of the seriousness of the contesting that I needed to get out of the way. I wanted to explain why we have to do those certain things, and if you can't follow them, then the contests have to go away.
Plus, it's really funny if the receptionist calls one of us up and says, "There's a smegma here to pick up a prize."
Yeah. So just please abide by those rules. The other thing too, if you enter a contest, make damn sure it's something that you want to go to. Recently, we've had a lot of people who have won haven't picked up tickets. And I personally have a relationship with Alamo Drafthouse, the guy who's the manager there. He lets me know certain things. I got a shit ton of tickets for horror movies coming up. I've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, Halloween. I have all of these tickets that we can go to. But if people don't pick up those tickets, and he happens to swing into that theater and he knows what tickets he gave me because it's assigned seating and he constantly is seeing nobody sitting there, they go away. Like, he's not going to give me those tickets anymore. So just make sure that if you do enter your name, it's something that you want or something you can go to. I think Sonia did it a couple of weeks ago where she had won something but wasn't able to go and was like, I would like to offer this back up. fucking perfect. If you win something and you know you can't go, then say that. Because then we would like to make sure that somebody can go and somebody can go enjoy, some of these sweet horror movies that we have coming up in October. Which then kind of leads me to the better topics. So not to completely just be a Debbie Down here for the AfterBuzz, but so it's Halloween. I think Lorena brought up talking about like scary movies and stuff like that. Walking Dead is coming up on Sunday. It's kicking back in, and I kind of had a little mini marathon, I guess, for myself over the weekend. I watched what did I start with? It was 3 movies. It was From Dusk Till Dawn, Scream 2, and Event Horizon. 3 of my favorite horror movies. Hold on. Really quick, I want to scroll through, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes, Stephanie from the front desk is cool. She's our rock star receptionist. My rules are vague, Dead Side. I literally just went through it, but you typed that a while ago, so I'm hoping you understand now at this point. Lorena wants to see scary movies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Phil, like I said, I do have Texas. I don't remember exactly when, but I'll know in the chat tomorrow when I have it's specific dates and times that they're showing these movies at Alamo Drafthouse. All right, I think I'm all caught up. So, anyway, have you seen any of those 3 movies, Scott?
One more time?
We had Scream 2.
Scream 2, yes.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
And what was the third one? And Event Horizon.
No, I have not seen Event Horizon.
Event Horizon is... I remember I went and saw that at a matinee with a buddy of mine. And so when we left the theater, it was still light out. It was 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the way that movie is and the way that the movie ends, he and I both stepped outside into the sun and kind of looked at each other and we were like, that was fucked up. It really mind fucked us. But it's a great movie. If you've never seen Event Horizon, you definitely got to see it. Of course, living down here near the border, if you... have not seen From Dusk Till Dawn, there's something seriously wrong with you. How fucking cool is George Clooney in that movie?
That's just the best movie.
Just completely fucking the whole scene. And I always kind of explained it. From Dusk Till Dawn was one of those movies that it was. It's kind of like an action movie for the first part, where they rob the store and then they end up at the hotel, and then it's really the second half when fucking Salma Hayek. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh.
Look, Salma Hayek, if you see nothing else, at least do yourself the favor of watching a young Salma Hayek just set the screen on fire.
Yeah, dude. I've decided that if there's a chick that can replicate that looks almost like Salma Hayek, I'll marry that girl. I'll marry her. I will marry her immediately.
Whatever it takes.
Is that a question for me, Serge? Do I get mobbed at the mall? Or is there something I'm missing here? If it's for me, no. Buzz and I have gone to the mall. Nobody knows who the fuck we are unless we talk. There was one time though that we did go to the Apple store, and this was maybe last year. And when we went to the Apple store, and he and I, it was back when, if you were texting somebody, for some reason your email would pop up, and there was the weird settings. I didn't want my email going out because, again, I was single at this time. And if I meet somebody, or if I want to, send somebody a text, I want to have my fucking email. I want them to have my phone number.
Yeah.
So we went out there, and we went and we were kind of going through some stuff, and then randomly the guy who was helping us saw the 2 names on the phones, and that was when he put 2 and 2 together. That we were from the morning show, but other than that, you never get. At least I don't. No, Dead Side, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. George Clooney was fucking badass in From Dusk Till Dawn.
That was the movie that made me like George Clooney.
Let me see here. I have to give a shout out to Joshua Fender. There's your shout out, buddy. He was asking in the chat today whether or not he needed to sponsor something to get a shout out or something like that. No, I'll give you a shout out. I don't care. But Let me see here. What else we got? So we got basically Lorena brought up scary movies, and Daniel Molina brought up Walking Dead. So the big topic, obviously, and I think we're going to do a Walking Dead pool coming up on Friday on the show. Because obviously Buzz is a big fan, Joanna's a big fan, I'm a big fan, and we will do a Walking Dead pool. Most likely, just narrow it down to who we think gets the bat from Negan. Of course, we did the Walking Dead pool for the season finale last season, and nobody died. So I ended up winning it because I was the one that ended up calling, basically shot for shot, the final scene of the season.
Nice.
What movies do you guys want to go see? I've got. And here's the thing: some of them are on weeknights, and then some of them are also on like weekends. Like I know the tickets that I have to see Halloween are actually on Halloween night, which is kind of cool. It's the original Halloween on Halloween night, which would be a Monday. The day before the 30th, I think, is when Scream is showing, and then we also have Texas Chainsaw Massacre and a few other things as well. Sonia's video, Scott's working on it currently. He's been filling in for news, and he had to fucking show up this morning because surprise, surprise, Fernie's first day back, he calls out fucking sick. So Scott's.
No, by the way, I basically got everything. I took all the good parts out for each person, and then I got to now mix them up, make them into an actual video. But Sonia is gonna make this. It's gonna be awesome.
Are they the original Halloween? Phil, do you mean the one that they are? They're playing the original Halloween on Halloween. Like it's the original Halloween movie on Halloween night. As far as I know, it's not the Rob Zombie version. Carolyn, I missed your question. What was it? Could you please retype it?
Smegma asks, "Wow, what is Fernie sick with?" And the answer is he's sick with being a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I think that's what Scott wanted to say this morning on the air, and he couldn't do it. Has there ever been a crazy fan you met? No, not that I know of. I've had. There was one time I was hosting an event, and it was actually a stripper pole competition, but it was in a regular bar. It wasn't in a strip club. Like truly, it was just they had a little mini stage, and they had a pole set up, and it was to see what kind of tricks the girls could do on the pole. But they weren't allowed to get naked. They could wear like tiny little bikinis and stuff, but you weren't allowed to get completely naked. And there were these two drunk girls that were like just kept yelling at me, like saying how much they loved me in the crowd, and I was like, "That's great." And then one of them tried to come and hand me a drink, and it's like slopping all over the place. And you learn you don't really ever take drinks from certain people. Yeah. Like if it's somebody just kind of talking face to face, especially if it's any of you guys, because I know you. But when it was somebody like that, no, you don't take that drink because you don't know what's in that drink. Especially since she wouldn't tell me what it was. That was the big question where I was like, what the hell is this? And she was like, I don't know. And she kept like grabbing my leg and trying to like pull me off the stage. And so the bouncer actually had to remove her to the, he didn't kick her out of the bar. He just moved her to the other side of the bar because she was still spending money. So he was like, hey, as long as you're cool on stage, I'm just going to go put her back here. So then they went and put her and her friend in the back. And then as I was trying to leave, they both came up to me and they were telling me that I needed to stay and hang out with them. And I was like, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend wouldn't be a fan of that because I was dating somebody at the time. So I got
like a cup of murder.
So I got the fuck out of that bar real quick. Let me see here. Everybody's with Buzz, everybody's usually pretty cool anytime Buzz and I are out that they actually recognize who the hell we are. Nobody usually says anything to begin with. I remember when we went to not Octo Beer Fest, but the other beer fest that we do. Buzz and I rode out with him, and when we came up to the gate where they it was the one that was at the
Sun City on Tap.
Yeah, that one. And so they like signal you through a gate to the back parking lot, And as he and I drove through, you could hear the guys going, "Do you guys know who that was?" Because it was Buzz, the one that was driving, and obviously you recognized the voice. And I've kind of told some people that you don't really get recognized just by being seen. You get recognized when you talk. Like that was the one girl who recognized me when I first started. I'd only been working here for like a month and a half maybe. And I was at Publix. And actually, no, I take it back. She recognized me by my look. And then it was when I said something that it really clicked of who I was. But it happens so rarely. It's, no, I wasn't going to take those drinks. Buzz wasn't with me. That was in Florida. Chris, that was when I was by myself down in Florida. Was when that happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there might have been some Cosby action in those drinks. Let me see here. I'm just scrolling back through. Sorry, my brain's a little scatterbrained today because I am wicked tired. Been over that already. It's guaranteed. Tonight, I'll try to go to bed by 7 o'clock. And this is even after I get my ass kicked for an hour at the gym. Like, Isaac at Gorilla MMA absolutely kicks my ass. My legs are so sore today, too. So I worked out Monday. I had yesterday off. And I'm going to go work out today. But to end the workout on Monday, it was 100 squats and 50 jumping squats. That's the end of the workout.
Fuck that.
Scott, yeah, you guys can't see it, but as I'm saying this, Scott's just going like that. Like he's like, fuck no.
Like that somewhere else.
So anyway, still 7 o'clock. I'll fall asleep, but up at 10, midnight, 1, and fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. All of those times, it's a pain in the ass. Halloween theme, Carolyn. You're just gonna have to wait until the Halloween parade to find out. Brandon from the Northwest, it says wicked tired. Yeah, Daniel, I'm not sure how I picked up on that. I think it's because when I lived in Florida, I actually had friends from Rhode Island and Boston, and that's where I picked that up. Although I think I used to say it before I moved there. I have no idea why I started saying wicked. Ashley still pushing the whole Z-Quill thing. I might have to try that because I can't sleep for more than a few hours without waking up. Will we all be dressed on the stream next week? I don't know. Buzz came in dressed up last year on the day before Halloween. Since Halloween was on a weekend, I think it was a Saturday. And so he came in dressed as Colonel Sanders. I actually have pictures of him dressed as Colonel Sanders. Let me see here. Makes me have a yeah, pretty much all I've done at the did you want to come show him? Then you doing half a squat, Scott?
No, yeah, watch.
Yeah. Here, okay. Because somebody just asked, Scott just said in the chat that he could do half a squat, so here you guys go.
Ready?
Here's Scott's squat.
Ready.
That's it. Well, all you gotta do is stand up.
I don't know if I can.
You're gonna crawl over the chair. He really did give up on that. Actually, we have some of that Kratom stuff. Buzz he ordered a bunch of it.
Some in the studio.
Yeah, there's some in the studio.
Be careful of that when they decide to ban it.
Yeah, he did give me some. My neck, my back, everything is better after doing physical therapy and all of that other stuff and working out. And the only thing that is a little messed up still is my wrist, because we were working on combinations and I missed on one and it kind of it grazed off and it jammed my wrist, but that'll go away in time. But no, the workouts will fucking kick your ass if you go out there. And he's a no bullshit kind of guy, which I like about Isaac. He flat out, I'm paying him to kick my ass, and he full on said it. He's like, I'm gonna push you, as hard as you can go. So I guess we shall see, after a few months of it, that what kind of changes we shall see. The American Horror Story, I'm digging this season so far. I really hope they don't fuck it up. I really liked season 1, and then every other season after that, I just like season 2 seemed like a clusterfuck. Like they had all these ideas where it was like they introduced aliens, but they never brought it back. Like, what the fuck? There was the guy that was like the former like Nazi, and it was like, oh, we're just gonna end his storyline because we're just gonna have him crawl into the incinerator with this chick. Like they had so much going on, and it just like seemed like things ended for the sake of ending because there was too much going on. But I would say this season's been really good. I really liked last season, but I never finished it. I still have, I think, probably 4 or 5 episodes, but I don't remember almost any of it. So I am going to go back and probably marathon the whole thing of Amho Stoho. Let me see here.
Amho Show Rosto? That's what.
I prefer Amho Storo. American Horror Story Roanoke. Amho Storo.
Okay.
How was Buzz after he fell? Were you in there for that?
No, I heard.
Go back to it was in the 9 o'clock hour, so it'd be the last hour of the YouTube stream. And so he was sitting at Patty where she was sitting today, and I think they were trying to figure out something on the computer, and I gave him the call back, here we go. Like I let them know when we're back on because he's focused on that computer. He's not looking at the computer that's running the actual commercials and stuff. And so he fucking gets up and he goes to sprint and his foot gets tangled on like a headphone cord and it just became this whole fiasco. I missed it, but everybody in the YouTube chat said it was fucking hilarious.
We've got like 4 or 5 headphone cords that are like 6 or 7 feet long and they're just dangling.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
And they get tangled up in the wheels of your chair. First off, but then it's not at all surprising that he busted ass because.
Let me see here. Yeah, Evan Peters, Phil. As far as I know, I think he's done for this whole season of American Horror Story. They kind of came out and said that one role he had in the last episode. I could be wrong, but that's what I've read is that it could be a ruse on their part. But from what I've seen, is that he's done with this season of American Horror Story. Ashley is recommending lunges. Lunges are good. Well, if you do the lunges properly, they're not going to hurt your knees. Like you don't want to extend your knee over your toe. Like if you do all of them properly, you should be fine. I remember I think it was the second or third time I went and worked out there. I had to end the workout with 100 lunges. Like just walking across the room, back and forth, 100 times. It ain't easy.
Can I ask for you to start live streaming your workouts?
We could do that.
He could exercise along with Brandon.
Or he could laugh at me because I'm still pretty uncoordinated, and I still am. I've been going for almost a month, but I'm still pretty out of shape. Like I still haven't quite gotten to the level that I need to be. Like, but it'd be pretty boring. Like literally all we did last time, it was all footwork. And the biggest thing is like when you have your feet out, you don't want to cross your feet. And you want to have them a certain distance apart, but you still need to be able to move. So you're kind of, just like hopping and skipping, in a square for
that's what I said you call a better bod with Brandon.
Yeah.
You wear some neon exercise clothing like the early 80s?
Oh fuck! With like leg warmers and stuff.
Yeah.
I did not see Le Batard. I barely get to hear or see any of Dan Le Batard just because I'm working, and unfortunately, with my with the job, obviously I need to be listening to audio, so I can't really be doing a whole lot more. That's why if I'm working from home, I'll have headphones on, but I have the TV on, but it's always something I've already seen because I can't actively watch the TV because I got to be listening to what I'm doing.
Yeah, Daniel's asked a question, and I want to run something by everybody and see what they think.
What's that?
So, Lisa and Patty are doing their own.
Why does everything have to go gross, Daniel? Like, why is like a banana eating competition? Like, Why does it immediately go to perv? Like, can you guys not, like, just like, hey, Lisa and Patty did a cool thing. Like, why does it immediately have to go to, like, the perv zone?
Because it's YouTube. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
so we wanted to do something like that. It was interactive. So tell us if this is a good idea or not. Patty knows how to play poker. Lisa does not. So what if we had the two of them play poker, but you guys had to tell Lisa what to play? So you would, in the chat, first person who says, play this, boom, we do it. Now, whether or not it's a troll thing, whether or not you're seriously trying to help Lisa, to me, that's part of the fun. And then see if Lisa can beat Patty. And then, this is where it gets crazy, the winner of that could take on the winner of, say, Buzz and Brandon, which Brandon would
Sounds way too complicated.
I don't know, but it'd be like a series. It would be like a poker series. And then eventually you'd work your way up and see who's the best poker player. Good idea, bad idea? What do you think?
That's something we could vet out a little bit, I guess. Jesus Christ. Strip poker. Why? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Good Lord. Hold on a second. Are any of you getting laid? Is this why it constantly ends up in this complete fucking perv zone? Holy shit. Yeah, El Paso does need a brothel again because apparently the chatters need it because everybody immediately goes to the gutter with this stuff.
Let me just say this. If we're doing strip poker, it's going to be Buzz doing strip poker.
Yeah,
so,
you're welcome.
Go ahead. Ask for it. Let's see what you get out of it.
There you go, Daniel. I yelled at Brady too. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is Toys for... What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Tony, so I have no idea. So anyway, if you guys want to go to the perv zone, you can go right to the perv zone if you want, but that's not what I want the AfterBuzz to be about. Like, I'm not quite understanding why every single thing has to go there.
It's too late, Brady. It's too late. You can't take it back now, Brady. You're going to see Buzz naked. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to have a whole episode of just Buzz with his dangling. And that's going to be your fault.
Yeah, you're welcome. Speaking of which, at this point, I would be willing to bet you guys will never see the results of Fernie losing the weight loss competition. Because he,
fucking asshole.
He ain't here. Scott's a little upset about it. Tony, I have no idea then what you're talking about. If it was before, there's not a lot of things that have carried over since before I was on the show, other than the things like the Halloween parade, which last year, man, it's going to be very difficult to top last year's costumes.
Yeah, those were
they were, but we had professionals that that helped us out, so yeah, I don't know.
Do they
I
know
mean, here's the thing:
we're doing, or
no, we're not
still
saying
secret?
no.
Okay.
It's still a secret. It's a good idea, but last year's was so fucking cool. Like, if you haven't seen it, the pictures are up at KLEQ.com. It was the Mad Max Fury Road, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, things like that have stuck around. But other things like what Tony's mentioning in the chat, toys for twats, no idea. All I know.
It sounds like collecting sex toys.
All
I don't know.
I know is there any, like, last year we did I think it was, was it this year's Valentine's Day or last year's Christmas, I think, and we had a bunch of sex toys in, and Buzz was like, we were going to give them away, and somebody stole a bunch of them. Bernie, there's a lock, by the way, there's a lock on that door. There's very few people that have a key to that lock.
Huh.
I'm just saying, I would be willing to bet right now $100 Fernie has this thing sitting back, because we had this was going to be the final giveaway. Like, we were looking so forward to giving the fist away, and then it just fucking disappears. Daniel, yes, I did. I finished all of Luke Cage. I fucking loved it. The one scene earlier on when he pops the headphones on and Wu-Tang starts playing and he just goes into the place and just kicks the shit out of everybody. Oh, that was so fucking cool. I'm really looking forward to Iron Fist, and then I'm really looking forward to the Defenders that are coming up. That's what Fernie's doing at home right now. No, it's possible. And it was also really cool when Method Man showed up and like Luke Cage, saves him from the robbery. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way. But I think it's second to last episode was when Method Man shows up, and it was really fucking cool because I'm a diehard Method Man fan. I think I've said this on the AfterBuzz before. I had two goals when I got into radio. One was to meet the band Korn. The other one was to meet Method Man. I've met Korn. I have not met Method Man. It's still a goal. And actually, it was my first ever interview was Jonathan Davis of Korn, like when I was working in Oregon.
Not bad.
First words out of my mouth were "Holy shit." It was a pre-recorded interview, so.
Okay.
All right.
I like what Carnivore Eats has to say here. It's simple. It sounds like a great Christmas story. Bernie stole the butt plugs. Like I can see that being like a Grinch-like Christmas story.
And he's walking with his little sack of butt plugs.
Out through the house.
Oh God!
Not but a whisper.
That'd be
stole
funny.
the butt plugs. He gave him a blister. I don't know. I can't do the rhymes.
So then back to the kind of the horror movie stuff. I will have some Alamo Draft House tickets for you guys. I know that there's more. Like the ones I can think of now are Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, and Halloween. I know that there are other ones. I just can't think of what they are. They apparently had dropped off tickets for the Nightmare on Elm Street marathon that they did this past weekend, but nobody ever told me the tickets came in. So they were literally sitting at the front, and I never knew that they were here because I must have missed his text because usually he texts me to be like, hey, here's what I'm dropping off today. Dun, dun, dun. God, I wish I was going tonight because Chevelle would be great to see. Their new album is fantastic. Method Man and Redman, that was the one concert t-shirt that I bought. It was the Blackout Tour, the one that had the glow-in-the-dark light bulb on it. Nice. I saw them in Portland, and it was awesome. Let me see here. Really quick, while I'm going to start wrapping this thing up, if you guys want recommendations for horror movies, type them into the chat, and I'll read some off, and we'll see what kind of... what kind of movies you guys like? Asylum footage, Daniel, or are you meaning Apocalypse? The Apocalypse apparently turned out pretty good. Did glow sticks work, Scott? Did it actually?
They were as close as we could get. You explained to them what...
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Okay, so last Friday we went out there. Ashley was out there, Sonia was out there, and his real name's Dave, but Bruce Wayne was out there. I'm sorry, like if you didn't want your real name out there.
Oh,
Batman.
Oh, too late now.
But so they all came out. We had a big group of people, and so we had the GoPro, hooked up like this, so it's taking our face. But the only problem is we don't have a light for that GoPro. Like we don't have one of those fancy cases that has all the little LED lights around it. So Scott went to like the Dollar General and bought like thousands of glow sticks, all different kinds.
I bought $11 worth of glow sticks, so you can do that math in your head.
And the Dollar General.
Yeah.
So anyway, Daniel, don't be a dick. Jesus, he's literally putting the finishing touches on it now. But anyway, so what we ended up
reshoot the karate film with glow sticks now.
No, we're gonna go back and reshoot the karate film with Daniel, with a professional fighter. So what we did is we took the glow sticks, like the necklace ones, and I think we had like 4 or 5
around the neck
here, which kind of lit up, and then we had a hat which Bruce Wayne provided for us. Thank you very much. Oh shit! And I totally forgot. Last Friday, me, Scott, and Bruce Wayne are hanging out. We're trying to figure out the glow sticks, and we were like, "Oh, what would be perfect is a baseball cap. We could just like attach him to the bill." And literally right there's like a truck stop. So we're thinking they got to have hats, right?
Gotta have hats.
Every truck stop
Why
has.
wouldn't they?
Yeah. Not this place. It might be the only truck stop in Texas that does not carry baseball caps.
Bullshit.
So anyway, Bruce Wayne ended up finding them, or remembering that he had one in his truck, so he grabbed it. So he kind of taped the glow sticks to the front of the bill, so it looks really goofy. They're like flopping around while you're going through the house.
And then looks like you have a glowing boomerang on top of your head, and then like disco wrapped all around your neck.
So, but the video, Scott says, is pretty much wrapped up, and it will be up shortly. Did anybody give any suggestions for movies here or not?
No, I don't think so.
Phil said
Hocus Pocus.
Black Christmas. No, god damn.
Jeepers Creepers. Titanic.
Sergio C, come on, we're bashing Fernie, but don't be fucking rude, man. Come on, Jesus.
I get to be rude because he's ruining my.
Yeah. In all honesty, I'm really curious to know, and I think it would be an interesting social Human Centipede. Yeah, that's a fucked up movie. Actually, if you want to see something damn funny, go watch the Tosh.0 full spoiler alert of the Human Centipede. I want to say it's maybe it's almost as long as the movie. It's like 50 minutes long or something like that, but it's really fucking funny. Hocus Pocus. Evil Dead's a good one. The Thing, good one. Yeah, they're all decent suggestions. There's nothing I don't think I haven't seen, though, out of any of these. Although it's been a long time since I've seen The Thing, like the original The Thing, with, was it Kurt Russell that was in that one? It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Oh, yeah.
Humans.
Movie Eat? Eat? I don't know what that is.
Oh, here's a couple recommendations for you guys. There's one called Teeth. Have you ever heard of Teeth?
No.
That's where it's a horror movie where this chick's
Oh, okay.
has teeth.
Hello.
And she actually bites a guy's dick off.
Oh no.
Oh God, I'm glad you said that, Phil. You reminded me. I desperately have to watch The Shining again. The Magnificent Seven. That's not a horror movie. Come on, Ivan. Stay in the lane, buddy. Stay in the lane. No, this isn't for like I can't. God, fuck, I can't do the 30 Days of Horror again, man. That was so daunting of a task to watch a movie and blog about it every day. It just wasn't. I mean, it was fun. I'm glad I did it because it's something that every single year I said I want to do. I want to watch one horror movie every day in October, but it's just too much. I watched 3 this past weekend in one night, and I'll probably end up watching a bunch. You know what I'm thinking of doing this weekend is actually, I think FX with their app at this point, they clump Simpsons episodes together based on like themes. Like there's like Mr. Burns themes and stuff like that, and they gotta have a Treehouse of Horror ones. And I think I'll just marathon the hell out of Treehouse of Horror.
That's a great idea.
Like one of my favorite scenes was
you should review that for the website.
Babadook was pretty good. Exorcist is my favorite horror movie of all time, Phil. And if you haven't seen it, Event Horizon, I recommend it. Another really good one is Ghost Ship. It's got Juliana Margulies in it. A bunch of other actors that you're like, oh, I know that guy, but I can't think of their name right now. And it's one of those movies that I would put in to watch, but I was usually like really tired, and I would make it through the first scene and I'd fall asleep. But the first scene is fucking brutal, and I'm going to ruin it for you right now because that's how fucking cool it is. Because even though I'm describing it, you're still going to want to see it. Basically, they're on this like luxury liner, and there's people dancing all around and stuff like that, and they're out on like the patio, the poop deck or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so it's like this nice elegant ball, and everybody's dancing, and it's like the 30s or 40s or something like that. I don't know. And all of a sudden, this cable snaps, and the cable ends up just going like that across the dance floor. And there's this little girl who's like dancing with the captain, and she's short enough, the cable goes over her head. But then all of a sudden, like the cable ends up like, full tension over here, and there's just like blood dripping off of it. And then like it shows people's faces kind of change and then just start falling in half, like just tops, just falling to pieces, guts are hanging out, and then that's when I would fall asleep. But the movie only gets better from that. It's fucking good. Let me see here. I think we're about ready to wrap this up. We still have some pretty decent. Alien's always a good one. I know we just mentioned the Babadook. Babadook was good. If you've never seen The Exorcist, you desperately need to see The Exorcist.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, if anybody has anything else to chat about, I think we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Scott's got to go finish the video. That'll be up here shortly. And then I'm going to go waddle back down the hallway with my sore ass legs to do more work. Other than that, Scott, you got anything?
I'm good. If not, we'll catch it next week.
Then we will see you next week.